What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel and welcome to this surprise video. It's a surprise because I didn't even realize that I was going to be able to make it. I found out just the other day that there was another train show close by. This one was the Indy South train show, and it was put on by Pacific and Eastern Railroad Club out of Greencastle, Indiana. Now, the show was in Johnson County, and what is today? January 23rd, 4th, 5th, I can't remember. It's a Saturday, I know that. There's two more put on this year by them. That's going to be March 28th and November 28th. I'm guessing it's at the Johnson County Fairgrounds as well, but we'll see. Hopefully I can make it to those as well. Yeah, it was a small little show, but it actually had a few vendors that had some good stuff, a lot of O-scale stuff. There's a slight bit of G, and then there was obviously the HO and scale stuff. And I was able to find a few little items for myself and for this layout. I was really fighting back and forth on all my purchases, actually. I found a couple of buildings. Now, I've wanted to put a train station on my layout, and I've got a Walther's kit that I purchased that thankfully I haven't started building yet. And I don't know. I found this one, and I guess the guy kit bashed it, and I guess I can kind of see it. I think it's all just kind of one kit, but he made a Union Station. Now it is actually a flat. I do have enough space in between the two tracks, which is where I was going to stick the other building anyways. So yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. Got the people on it and everything. Hemming and hawing just because of the price that he had on the Union Station. I was like, all right. So I grabbed the other building and I said, can we make a deal? And gave him the asking price and basically got this one thrown in for free. It's a little grocery store. I don't know, it looks like a 1970s kit. Couldn't tell you who it is. I thought, man, that's cool, because I don't really have a grocery store. I would love for it to be over in that area, and I probably could put it between the two tracks, but that part's done. This part will sit over by what I call it, Industry Avenue, I think it is. Over close to the farmhouse. This will sit this side up against the wall, so this will be facing the viewing area. That was dilemma number one. And the other dilemma was some locomotives and rolling stock. And it was from the same vendor. And man, I saw it, and then I was like, yeah, let me think about it. Walked around the show and came back, and I was like, really want it, but kind of getting a little gun shy on the whole used locomotives. Rolling stock I don't necessarily have a problem with, because there's not much you can go wrong, but when you get into the locomotives it gets pretty expensive. So walk back out, wife is there, she's kind of like, do what you want to do, and walking out, and I'm talking with her, and God bless, my wife is great, because she spends money too, basically. That's what she was telling me. Like, I've spent money too recently, and if you really think it's a good deal, and I think if they do work in the condition that, I think they are, then they are a decent deal. So I walked back out to the car. We were sitting there for a few minutes talking about it, and I finally said, okay, I have to go back. With all of that said, let's get to what I bought. The first thing is an Atlas blue box. It actually is the right one too. Consolidated gas, 62-foot tank car. Now, she actually had seen this one and asked if I had one like this, and I said no, I didn't really need it. It does have the Katy couplers, but it does have plastic wheels, so I will change those as soon as I'm done this video, basically. But the camera is, it's very bright under this light, pure white, but it's a nice little car. It's got a little bit of detail. It might do some weathering to it. I don't know. We'll see. So basically, I went back to the vendor and I said, listen, if I pay you X amount for the two locomotives, will you throw in the 2 rail cars for free? And he's like, yeah, that sounds fair to me. This one has never actually been opened, so that's cool. Yeah, it is a center flow pressure aid ACF covered hopper, and I mean it looks good. Obviously, it's brand new. So, and then we've got an Intermountain, and I'm sure this is used. An Intermountain, and it's got the Loc sound. At least it says that it does. In CSX colors, it is the ET44AH Locomotive 3452. And then I got this ScaleTrains. Does not have on the box, it does not have the Loc sound little diagram, whatever it is, but it does have it on this paperwork. So I'm gonna have to crack it open and see if it does or doesn't. He said it did, it was just non-sound. But if it isn't, then I can just get a decoder. Yeah, so I got 2 CSX and $200 for both of them. And if even one of them has Loc sound in it. Did it say Loc sound? I think it did. Yeah, Loc sound. Even if one of them has Loc sound and they both work, then I'm doing real good. And if it doesn't, if it needs decoders or just a slight bit of work or whatever, then I still think for $100 I did pretty good. So let me go ahead and unbox these and set them up on the track and test them out. Before I go too much farther with this, I just opened up the Atlas one. This is the first one I'm dealing with, and man, I literally stole this. Brand new out of the box. And I mean, the detail that this one has. I mean, it's incredible. Like, I didn't even know Atlas made this level of detail. I mean, it's all photo edged up here, right? Couplers probably be changed out because I don't like those couplers. But all of this pipe work and everything underneath, and beautiful paint job on it. And they had it marked for $6. Metal wheels. They had it marked for $6, and then I said, listen, if I pay full price, then throw this car in. And they said yes. So man, I had to give that one a once over. All right, so this one is the Intermountain, and I almost want to say it is new as well. I don't think it's been run. It looks too clean, first of all. Paperwork looks like it's never been out of the box, as well as just doing a preliminary test on it. It is set to Locomotive number 3, so unless they reset the CV, I don't see why they would. It hasn't even been programmed to the road number yet, so I just gave it a quick little run just to test it out, like I said, just to make sure it is a Loc sound, and sure enough it is. So let's go ahead and go through the sounds. We'll go through the startup. Now it's got the stereotypical sounds. You got the bell, the horn, the couplers. Coupler would be that. You've got drive hold independent brakes again, and radiator fan, handbrake, isolation, blah blah blah, all the same usual stuff that nobody ever really uses. For the lights, I will go ahead and turn the overhead light off to try to give a little bit better view. Of course, you've got the headlights and the ditch lights. Now, one thing that the camera, in fact, let me turn these ones off, the camera might not pick up on is the number board. Yeah, it did. There you go. So the number board is function 5, and then if we hit option 11, we've got the front walkway light, so you can kind of see that it just came in right above the ditch light there. Turned it off, turned it back on. So it's got that front and back, and I believe the side too. I'm not sure. It says front and back, so Sounds, of course, we've got the horn with the bell, with the alternating ditch lights. And so we'll hit it onto speed step 1. And we'll see if she goes. Don't see any movement. Oh wait, there we go. Alright, so there's step 1. Not a bad crawl. I like that. Get it up to 10. I think this is definitely going to be one of my top runners. I definitely do like this one. So we'll shut her down. Get all those lights turned off. We'll go through the shutdown sequence. So there we go. There is the Intermountain Locomotive. I am happy with that one so far. Okay, so this one is the ScaleTrains rivet counter one. It did not have a decoder like I figured, but I pulled the sound decoder out of one. I've got the ScaleTrains 2022 commemorative locomotive. I'm not really going to use that at this point anyways, so I pulled the decoder out of that and put it into this one. Now it is a sound decoder, but this does not have sound capabilities. It does not have the speakers in it, so I don't know, I might pull them out of the other one. I might just go ahead and buy some so that way I'm not messing anything really up in the other one as well. Again, I don't think that this one was actually used, and yeah, I'm happy about that. All right, so now that we have everything out of the boxes, let's go ahead and do that parade lap. Now I'm not going to lap the ScaleTrains one because it doesn't have the sound. It's not going to be that exciting per se. So I will do the Intermountain with the 2 new rolling stock and get that going around. If you want to, pretend like you want to see the ScaleTrains, just reverse the clips and then just watch them again because they look identical, really. So we'll get those, and we will look at the grocery store and the Union Station with the Burlington Northern unit train with a bunch of covered hoppers. So let's get to it. So there we have it. We've got 2 new locomotives, 2 new rolling stock, and 2 new buildings. So I think that's pretty good. And for what I did pay today, I think I walked out with a deal, because if I were just to go with the original sticker price on the Intermountain, I basically paid for that and got everything else for free, and even got a discount on that. So I am perfectly fine with my purchases today. Today was one of the wins for the good guys. All right, so maybe it was a bit of a stretch saying win for the good guys, but it was definitely a win for me today. So on that note, I am going to wrap this video up, and I'm thankful you all watched. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and the snow is starting to fall. Today is the day that we're having the snowpocalypse across the I guess Midwest, and yeah, I've got to go and take care of a few things outside, hopefully pretty soon before the snow really gets thick. So on that note, I am leaving you for today. Thank you so much for joining in, and we will see you in the next one.